Okay, what's up guys? So this is gonna be a super quick video, maybe 10 minutes, maybe. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. No longer than 15, I don't think. So I jumped the gun when I installed the T56 and the engine. Well, sorta. I can kind of maneuver around it, but I'm not dropping this transmission again. I'm not doing it. So got everything torn down inside, and what I have to do is cut back the carpet and cut out where the shifter portion is going. All right, now I have an MGW shifter. It's apparently the standard for F-body. I haven't used one. I hear there's like very little vibration, noise, whatever. So hopefully that is great because I only paid $100 for it. So I think I got it for a steal, but you'll see I may have to clock it to get it to sit perfectly in the center where the original BMW shifter sits. But yeah, enough talking. Let me show you guys what I have to do. Okay, so here's the MGW. Like I said, you guys can look it up. Some people say it's a little stiff. Some people say it's perfect. A lot of people say it's perfect through Mustangs, GM, Corvettes, F-bodies, yada yada. So I saw this in the marketplace for $100. Couldn't pass on it. I think they're about 300 new. Real nice shifter. But all right, let me show you what I have to do. Sorry for the lighting. I'm not sure if there's much of it, but you see how there's not really enough space in there to get a shifter, right? I have to cut this carpet back, and then this metal is, it's not too thick but not too thin, so I thought I can get away with my Dremel. I might have to just pull out the big boy and cut that away. But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this section, it looks like. All right, cut all that out. Now, how does this sit? It's like this. All right, so it'll be just about right here, okay? Now, if I can take this apart and clock it to face the 12 o'clock position, face this way, it'll sit perfectly in the middle, all right, of like where the original shifter was, okay? So I might have to try and work with that. Right now I'm just gonna clearance everything, get it fitted and see how the shifting position is. If I have to change it, I will. If I don't have to, cool, but it's looking like I might have to. All right, so let's get to cutting. All right, just to give y'all a better view of what's going on in there. This is about center. So gotta do some cutting. All right, so I apologize if the lighting isn't very good, but you can see this is probably the amount of stuff I have to cut away. Just don't nick up the wiring, all right? It's tucked over to the left side, so like right here I'm clear. So I'm just gonna literally take a razor and cut this away. All right, very easy, just so this shit don't catch on fire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll some dice, y'all. I'm not taking anything out more than I have to. Yeah, it looks like this should be fine. There's no wiring in the way, and I'm gonna have to cut just about. Let me go a little further. This area, I'm just gonna cut this area right here. All right, I'm gonna try to just do it, you know, this is gonna be covered up. So if y'all wanna be more careful, by all means, I'm just gonna cut all this away and, you know, I'll go from there. All right, so I don't want this to get all filled with shrapnel and everything, so I'm just gonna stuff this full of napkins. Viva napkins, if it matters. Okay, y'all see I stuffed it with napkin, covered it with plastic. All right, there's enough of a lip here to where I do not believe, I mean, I can be pretty reckless with it, and there's about an inch and some change of space, so you know, plenty of space between the blade doing this thing and me cutting away this metal. So let's see, hopefully I don't nick nothing up too bad. And for you guys attempting this swap or whatever, just do it while the tranny is not in here, okay? I kind of jumped the gun, and now I have to do it. I have to get creative, so. Y'all see I started with the cutoff wheel, but I realized I was getting absolutely destroyed with shrapnel, and that the metal was very weak. It was very thin. All right, so my little favorite cutoff wheel Dremel. This is the normal disc size, so you see it really didn't use all much material. That's how thin it is. So if you can get a smaller Dremel in here and just cut everything off, that's the easiest. It's more control, less shrapnel flying everywhere, less chance you're gonna fly through. And if your tranny is installed, nick up your tranny. So and this is the piece that was interfering with it last time. All right, so good to get this out without taking the tranny out. Now see what this looks like in here. Very careful, there's a lot of shrapnel in here. Careful not to drop that into the trans. Matter of fact, let me grab the vacuum. Alright, you can see purely going off coincidence, I just happened to cut everything perfectly. Alright, I can access all the bolt areas. Alright, and you know, obviously before you put a shifter on, you have to put gasket material on there. Alright, just get it real nice and slagged up with gasket material, set it on, let it sit, just hand tighten the bolts, and then come back to it in about an hour and tighten it down. Alright, in this video I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put everything on, tighten it down, make sure everything shifts, and then put all the shifter surround and the bezel and the boot on and see where it sits. Alright, if it doesn't sit the way I want it to, I'm going to have to clock this properly. Alright, but for now you guys can see everything's cut away, everything looks like it'll fit. So let's go ahead and put this on. Now obviously, like I said, you have to take a razor and razor off the old gasket material, okay, for you guys using used shifters. But like I said, for the sake of this video, I am just gonna put this in. Alright, just to get it test fitted, because I don't want to put the gasket material everywhere and then it not fit, or I have to do more cutting or whatever, so, or I have to clock it. So now you want to get the ball in first. There it is, the ball's in. Now I'll go ahead and get these bolts in. Alright, it's on. Feels great. Alright, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Now, Oh, that's reverse. All right, it's a bear to get into with the car off, but that could be attributed to the there's a plunger with a spring called reverse lockout on the T56. All right, now when the car is on and it sees it's not moving, it'll relax that spring, the plunger or whatever, and it'll be easy to get into. So hopefully that's the case, because otherwise shift's great. All right, this is the first time I had a T56 in a while. I kind of miss the notchiness, the mechanical feel of it, but it feels great. Now I'm gonna try to do a quick little test fit of the shifter surround stuff. Matter of fact, I am just gonna take this off and clock it, because honestly, let me see if I can tilt this up. Yep, if this was clocked in the 12 o'clock position, it'll be dead center on where the OEM shifter was, you know, right in the hole, right in this circle. So I'm just gonna clock this real quick, put it dead center in the middle, and then put everything back real quick and make sure the boot and everything fits and it looks good. Okay, so all right, got the handle off. Really simple, all right, nothing to it. 3/16 Allen key is what I used on a socket. Just ratcheted it right off, and then I took my screwdriver or a flathead and put it under and just popped it right up. Right, okay, now I'm just gonna put it in this position, the 12 o'clock position, and it should sit exactly where I need it to. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, tighten it down, and put the rest of the interior pieces on and see if it sits perfectly centered like I think it will. I actually broke the tool getting it on there, but it is very tight. That's how tight I got it on there. Okay, so still the same thing. Still feels really good to shift. Except for reverse, but I'm not gonna worry about reverse right now. Let's get the rest of the stuff on and hopefully it fits right in dead center. All right, there it is. It is centered. All right. Feels real good, and if you wanted to, you can retain this. All right, I just forgot to put it in, so it'll sit like this, but the rubber from the shifter is in the way, so you can just turn it upside down, or what I'm gonna do is just trim some of this off, stuff it back in there, because I do have to take everything back out, put some gasket maker around the bottom of the shifter and put it back on. So I just threw this back together for y'all to see that it is centered. All right, so just a quick video, show y'all what y'all have to cut and my recommendation on the shifter.